Hi, thanks for taking a minute to check out this new feature video. I'm Dave Buggy, and I'm excited to share a great new feature with you that's going to allow you to visualize your data without knowing how to develop a dashboard or write a report. It's literally point and click, and it's built right into the CRM interface. At the end, I'm going to show you how to turn this great feature on as an admin. So if you'd like to start using it and like to provide the feature to your users, you can turn it on today. So let's dive right in. I'm starting from a dashboard here, which is obviously one way that you can visualize data. However, it requires that you know how to build a dashboard or expect that the dashboards that are in your system are going to be what you need to see in every case. Or, of course, maybe ask the CRM admin, who can be grumpy at times, because have been one of them, to build you a new dashboard, right? None of those are really great options for today's world. The new feature is going to let you visualize your data with nothing more than point and click. And the way that this feature works is you go to any area where there's a list of records. So I'm going to head over here to the accounts area. Actually, I think a better example might be if we go to the opportunities area. Here we have a list of opportunities that's based on the current view, which of course I can change to any view that I'd like here. And you'll notice up on the toolbar, there's a new button. And this is the new feature. It's called Visualize. And it's going to take the data that's currently in any view in CRM, and it's going to visualize that data. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Nothing more than point and click on that new button here that we have. What you'll see is that that data that's in that view was brought in and consumed by the Power BI engine. Everybody knows what Power BI is, but in case you don't, it's Microsoft's business intelligence software, and it's now the #1 solution for building reports and dashboards in the market. It's Microsoft's engine, right? That's going to take that data, it's going to consume it all by just you clicking on the button, and it'll present back to you the visualizations of the data that's in that view. So remember, I was on the opportunities view. Magically, it was able to figure out how to put that data into the different charts and visualizations, as they're referred to in Power BI, that you see here on the screen. And I say magical because it truly is kind of a magical feature that I don't know of any other solution that can really consume data like that and figure out how to visualize it without you telling it at least something for it to go work off of. Let's say I want to change this visual to a different visual. Just click on the visual button, and right here you can drop down and choose virtually any of the Power BI visuals right from that drop down. So let's say I want to change that to a pipeline or funnel chart, and with one click I've got that. Let's change this one maybe. Let's see, maybe a pie chart might be a better option here. I'm only showing here the a couple of the key data points that were in my view. I can go back here and I can add all of these, and it again will consume that data, refresh. After just a very short period of time, it reconsumed the data after I added the additional data points here that I wanted to visualize. And now you'll see that it added those here as charts, and it made an assumption of what type of chart to show for each of those additional data points that I added here to the, might as well call it a dashboard, right? You can expand the filters area. And let's say that maybe I want to only look at certain types of data on this particular visual, right? Maybe I want to look at by date range, or in this case, certain forecast category only. I only want to look at commit, the revenue that's been committed to close. I can select that. I could select 2 of these values, 1 of these values, none of these values, all these values, etc. So it's again, just point and click. I could also then filter this by date and get pipeline opportunities, let's say, that are closing, within a certain period. So I'm going to recollapse that. And over here, I'm just going to highlight one of these charts. So let's go over and just highlight one of these. And as I said, you can go into the little icon here, little chart icon, to bring up the properties to personalize that particular chart. I could add or remove fields here from the X and Y axis, or actual data points that the filter is being built on. Could also add tooltips, which are tips that when you hover over will give you a little bit information about the data that's in the visual. Close that out. Lots of other great features that are going to come out of this particular visualization feature that are going to be released here pretty quickly. We'll let you know as those happen. Close this out. Keep in mind that it's only bringing in the data that you have on the view. What if you want other data? It's super simple to do that. Just go up here and say edit column. So we'll add owner, apply. You'll see the view gets refreshed and now it has the owner of every one of the opportunities. And let's go back now and let's hit visualize. The data was brought back in and consumed by the Power BI service, all with just a click of a button, built those visuals on that new data point. And I can do the same things. I could go and change the actual visual type. So if I want the pipeline versus the bar chart, I can change that. Right now it's by user. I could go in and I could add other data points here just by clicking on the selector. You get the idea. It is literally point and click, smart enough to know how to create visuals on data with you telling it nothing and have the visuals make a lot of sense. Thanks for joining and hope this was helpful.